What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend so far. It is 7 a.m. on a Saturday for me, so we got some early news here from Plarium, and it's super important. We usually don't get this type of news this far in advance, so hopefully you guys are watching this and you guys will be prepared for what is coming. Without further ado, here is the news. Hey y'all, this Monday, June 23rd, we're planning to launch a demonic deck of fate event where you'll get a chance to get relic materials of different rarities and other valuable goodies. Now, this wasn't something that is a total surprise because based on the amount of points remaining for the back half of the week, I did specify that there would most likely be some kind of deck of fate or hero's path on top of a summon event for next weekend. Now, initially, I did mention it would likely be maybe a guaranteed champion just to get people to participate even further. However, I think based on it being a popular fusion, a popular Titan event, therefore, it probably wouldn't have been such a high value reward like a guaranteed champion. So in this case, it is going to be relic materials, which is the second most likely reward. And hey, relic materials are pretty cool too. You will be able to obtain or earn event points by obtaining artifacts. So that's going to be dungeon diving. So that's going to be just basically grinding the dungeons or summoning souls from soul stones. Now, this part is going to be a little bit dicey because not everyone has access to a lot of soul stones. I've been saving my soul stones for a significant amount of time. I didn't participate in a bunch of the soul stone chase events that we did have. And I have been chasing some of the bigger Eternal Soul Stones in a bunch of the events. So this is basically like the maximum I could have, at least for myself. Obtaining artifacts, that's going to be a big energy sink. So you're going to be doing dungeon divers, doing the event dungeon, which I guess, it kind of goes hand in hand. But I'm pretty sure this deck of fate will be targeting people with soul stones to get more points as opposed to just farming dungeons. That's usually the case. Farming dungeons with energy is not going to yield you a lot of points. It's just extra additional points that you can get by doing dungeon divers. All right, so let's move on. During this event, you'll be able to obtain rare, epic, legendary twisted horns. So those are the relic materials for the event dungeon, or this current event, sorry. And you can see here how much relic horns I have. I have 200 of the legendary ones, 400 of the epic ones, 300 of the blue ones so far. So this event will be offering a little bit more of those materials. And these are the relics that's going to be up for grabs here from the event group. So we got the Covetous Passion, the Crown of Corruption, Skull of Treason, and Gilded Pinion. So Gilded Pinion is going to be showing up in the Titan event. Grail of Agony, Gaze of Damnation, which is also in the Titan event. I think I've seen Skull of Treason show up a little bit. Somebody was saying Volcanos could use this relic. This one, Crown of Corruption, could be pretty good. It obviously gives you a nice speed bonus here. Sorry, I'll move my head. But it gives you a nice speed bonus here as well as additional damage. It's more of a go first, but it's a mythical. So we can't really bank on picking this up. And this Covetous Passion looks pretty good. It just gives you an additional shatter buff, which is basically more ignore defense. And of course, 4 gem slots in the mythical relics are very, very high value. Just a quick overview of the relics available. The rare Twisted Horns will be hidden under green cards. Epic Twisted Horns will be hidden under blue cards, so the rare, and then legendary Twisted Horns will be hidden under epic cards or purple cards. Kindly note that you won't be able to pin, so no pinning. The pin feature is actually very nice because it kind of increases the amount of higher end rewards you can pick up. If you were flipping a lot of cards. This event will last 4 days, and it's going to be starting on Monday, which is a long one. That means it's going to end right before the summon event probably starts. Let's take a quick look at the calendar here, what we're dealing with. So as of recording, we actually don't know anything about the upcoming week or the back half of the Titan event. Keep in mind that there's going to be 700 points available in the second half. So all the remaining events that we do not know will only give you 700 points. So depending how far you are in your Titan event, chase or whatever, in terms of gathering points, I'm not sure how many points you need or what milestone you're aiming for, but in the back week, there's only going to be 700 available. And you bet your butt that there's going to be Titan points in this deck of fate. So you can see my overall progression right here. And like I said, 700 points in the back half of the unknown events. Currently, we have 1,050 points available from all the events that are currently active. So you can see here, I have 920 points, but a bunch of the events I haven't finished yet. So I basically haven't missed any points yet, and I'm thinking about skipping some of the events in the back half, but we will see. I'm not too sure. 700 points worth of points in the back end. We have a Deck of Fate, which would probably have anywhere between 100 to 250. I think it's probably going to be on the lower side, to be honest, because that's what they did last time. I think they did only 100 points last time in the last Deck of Fate. But we've seen very high values in the past for Deck of Fate, so it could go either way. But I feel it's going to be a bit on the lighter side because there's a lot going on Raid that they can kind of throw points into. And they have done more dungeon tournaments with different styles and restrictions. So some can be turn attack, some can be faction specific or have other specific requirements. And then of course there's the event dungeon that's currently active, so they can throw, you know, that into the mix as well. And for sure in the back half weekend, we will likely see a summon event as well. We just had a summon rush, therefore next weekend should be a champion chase. However, you know, I'm not going to throw the possibility out that Plarium will do something else like that's a little bit on the sneaky side. Maybe it's a hero's path with summoning requirements. I'm not going to put that past them. It's definitely possible. But as of right now, we don't know anything more in the schedule. And like I said, this is something that's very, I guess they're trying to increase the communication lines. I feel like they're trying to, because I think in the past couple weeks, they have been maybe notifying us of these events, maybe one day in advance, maybe on the weekend, so that you can kind of prepare for Mondays. It does feel a little bit different. Not saying that the 24-hour advance notice gives people that much of a heads up, because you're not going to go out of your way to, you know, buy soul stones or something, but maybe it saves people from pulling soul stones this weekend and therefore you can use soul stones on Monday, or maybe it saves you from spending a ton of energy this weekend and save it for Monday. Wanted to quickly bring your attention here to the previous Deck of Fate during the Alice Adventures campaign, and then this one had the Cat's Gaze material or the event material in the Deck of Fate as well. You can kind of see what the total amounts that they had in that event was. They had 100 of the legendary mats, they had 150 of the epic mats, and 300 of the rare mats up for grabs. So hopefully in this upcoming Deck of Fate, we'll have, you know, similar or more values. Hopefully it's not less, to be honest. Hopefully it's not like 50 legendary mats. That would be just horrendous value in terms of the Deck of Fate. But yeah, so that is the values that we're actually looking ahead to or comparing against. Overall rewards here, I mean, we have a Primal Shard from the past. We don't have a mythical book or anything like that. So it was kind of lower value, but you did get a shot at the Cat's Gaze, which is, you know, obviously very, very powerful. In this event, I mean, we have some decent relics. I'm not 100% sure how good some of these relics are, to be honest. Like, taking a quick look here, like the Cat's Gaze was a pretty simple relic, right? It just gave you the ignore defense. Some of these ones I could see being applicable for more champions or less situations. It's hard to really say like, oh, the mythicals are good. Yes, they're good, but they're mythicals. It's so hard to get these. So you're more likely to get the the legendary ones. Right now, the Gilded Pinion, I mean, you take 1% less damage for each turn of cooldown. Sometimes the champion just uses the A1 and then they just leave the rest of the skills on cooldown. Therefore, they're just getting like some, you know, additional damage reduction, but it's not really that much, I feel like. Like, even if you get like 20% damage reduction, is it really that much? Skull of Treason, I mean, it's a very interesting relic. I think it is powerful, but, you know, HP burn champions, right? Like, I'm thinking about in my head, like, what HP burn champions do I actually use that I would care to have this on? Like Sulfurion, maybe? Like Artak, maybe? I don't really use that many. I'm not too sure. Like, if you have Volcanos, this would be really nice. If you have Gizmat, this would be really nice. I don't even know if this would replace the current relics that people use on those champions. For example, like maybe they use like Wand of Submission on their Gizmat to protect it or something. I'm not too sure. But I'm not too sure if this replaces that. So how much value you attribute to this Deck of Fate with these relic materials, it's going to be up to you, up to where your account is and all that. Anyways, guys, you guys are caught up on the news here. A little bit of a advance notice here from Plarium. We got news of a Monday Deck of Fate coming with Dungeon Diver requirements as well as Soulstone requirements. So keep that all in mind when you guys are going through your events this weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all this. Will you be participating in this Deck of Fate? How are you guys doing on the Titan event? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate your time. Have a great Saturday, and I'll see you guys in the next video.